What's up, y'all? All right, now this man mouth receiving ugly, beetle face, frog fuck looking bitch ass nigga that you see on that side of the screen has decided to bring me, tone space, well composed, well produced, all of that stuff, has decided to bring me up once again out of nowhere. I had nothing to say to him. I wasn't talking about him. I'm not in his little dusty ass circle. I don't be checking his joints. I don't be watching. Sometimes when I catch wind of him talking shit, I might pop in just to, peep, what a nigga's talking about me. We all have egos. A lot of us will do that just out of, sheer curiosity. But it begins and ends there. I don't watch the motherfucker. I'm not in his universe. I'm not part of the crowd. He likes to take pride that the black sector is all about him because everyone talks about him and starts shit with him, and all he does is reply to people. You know what I'm saying? It's all centered around him. Yada yada yada. I'm clear and present proof that that's not the case. Time and time and time and time again, I catch wind. People in the comments say, yeah, the bum has been bringing you up a whole lot and da 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 da, and other people, as understand, someone saying he's doing that to Mike Mills and others. Put it this way: once the good thing about truth is once you find one example of truth, it basically makes evident the whole collective. So yeah, he's just been like talking shit about with things that have nothing to do with him. I wasn't dissing a nigga. I wasn't doing any of that. Now, right here is just an example of, I guess, the narcissism. I'm not the biggest go to the narcissist textbook and read off and describe narcissism and affix it to this person and that person. But I am aware that one of the top symbols and signs of narcissism is a form of control. So let me just get at it and reply to this little bullshit that I came across. I also heard a couple nonsense songs that let's just take it step by step. Check this out. My water.
All right, y'all, give me some 1,000s in the chat if you can hear my voice. Give me a 1,000 in the chat if you can hear my voice. Throat space! Throat space! Boy, bro, I try to tell you, bro. Man, I gotta keep it real, bro. Niggas like you, nigga.
Yeah, niggas like me, nigga, been minding my own motherfucking business. Had nothing to say, think, or even come anywhere near whatever little congested lung, club fingernail, cancer, might having ass shit that you had to say.
You know what's funny, man? I hate to say this shit, man, but when Styles be breaking you down, he be on point about a lot of shit. When Styles be
another one that will just out of nowhere just talk shit about me when I'm just minding my business.
Breaking you down, he be on point about a lot of shit, Tone Space. You are a dick sucker. You looking for validation. You looking for friends and a dick.
You're always talking about different men sucking dick and stuff like that. But it has been purported, has been put out, as I understand, that by 3 different sources in your town that you're actually the one whose penis has been in the mouth of people that have been born males. So that covers the trannies, that covers the sex change people, everything. There's no way to get out of it. You are a faggot.
Daddy and all of that good shit. Validate. You want somebody to pat you on your back and tell you looking for friends and a daddy and all of that good shit. Validate. You want somebody to pat you on your back and tell you that you can rap so fucking bad.
This is all based on the fact that I got on a track that Rio James sent me, and I did a verse for him on the track. So he's extrapolating all this. All of a sudden, I wanted daddy, which is also some gay shit. And as I understand, this is the originator of saying that stupid men wanting a daddy shit. That sounds like wild homo, and wanting friends and all that other shit. If you really look, as far as this black sector, since you like to claim this as your sector, you are the sole proprietor, owner of the gayness that occurs and that has manifested in the black sector. And what I'm talking about, because I heard someone else talking recently, like, oh, I don't even want to be part of this. I want to be part about the shit that niggas saying niggas suck dick and all that. And I'm hearing that shit, and I'm like, that's not really something that anyone else other than this motherfucker is really on. You're the one that is brought into, I don't know, the lexicon or the public consciousness of vernacular. You're the one that always invites men to your penis. You're the one that talks about how you want someone to stick a spoon in your ass. You've said this. You want a man to stick a spoon in your ass to eat whatever nasty shit comes out of it. Right? You're the one that talks all this wild homo shit. So I think we gotta just realize and you know, turn a blind eye to that bullshit, turn that bullshit off, and realize like, yeah, all this niggas sucking dick, this, that, and that's all you, Lamar Dillz. But anyway, so I gets on the track with Rio James, and from that, he's coming up with all these, oh, I want a daddy, I want a friend, and all that. No, bitch, I don't live solely in YouTube as you do. That's not my thing. I'm in New York City. See, you're a small town nigga. So when you found this YouTube shit and you started doing live streams and everything, it was like a life change for you. That was your version of someone moving to a big city. As pathetic as that sounds, that was LA's version of moving to a big city and actually doing, you know, a different form of socializing or socializing with people that are more cultured, let's say, because he's from a crusty ass town that got like under 10,000 people there. Cousins fucking cousins and making sister cousins and all types of weird shit. You know, they're like the black version of, you know, the inbred motherfuckers or whatever, like a West Virginian, but the Niggra version of it. So when this nigga found this YouTube shit, you know, like a lot of us is watching, you just got to think it's not the same with him as it is with a lot of us that have actually been somewhere, have actually been to states beyond a 500-mile radius. The only places this dude has been like, you know, a small circle. He hasn't left the Midwest. I think, or at best, I think now he's finally ventured a little further down south. But this dude has no culture. He's been nowhere. He's a motherfucking bozo, and he's a faggot. Because one good thing about that small town thing is word gets around. And as I understand, 3 different sources have purported that this man would get his dick sucked by men. 3 different sources. There's also several sources that said this man's breath smells like shit. Where they're in a car, they're driving around in a car. He's in the back seat, trying to be polite, rolling the window down or hitting the button, however they shit work. Not really trying to say anything, just like, yo, this nigga humming. You know what I'm saying? Breath is on disgust, on nasty mode. Because he is nasty. He's a dirty, filthy dirtball, a scumbag. Huffs 2 packs of Newport cigarettes a day. I caught this nigga talking about, I was perusing and shit. He's trying to look up different medical issues of why Rio James could possibly get a check, like a social security check and everything. And I'm listening to this bullshit. This nigga, he's going through the different things. Oh, Down syndrome, this, that, AIDS, this, that, and that. And the first thing I'm thinking, I'm like, no, you need to do a check. Well, you do need to do a checkup from the neck up, you know, off with the head. Just get rid of the whole shit. But you need to check up on yourself. Pun intended when I point the finger, because you have clubbed fingernails. That is a sign of a very serious ailment. And it's not even something I'm making light or trying to make jokes of. It's something that you should actually get yourself checked out and find out about. As scary as it may be, because you do huff like at least 2 packs of bogeys a day. So 2 packs of bogeys a day, club fingernails, it's kind of an easy equation. It's just the answer, is it super severe, or is it something that is your lung condition or potential lung condition? Is it something that could at least be maintained? Or at the very least, if it is something super serious, get it checked out and get it checked where it doesn't just progress. So when you're online and everything, why don't you look that up? Why don't you look up clubbed fingers?
Willing to put a nigga dick all the way down your throat.
You hear this shit? Now y'all niggas that watch and listen to this shit regularly, just keep in mind that this is not normal. I know you've gotten accustomed to hearing this homosity. Oh, put a nigga dick down your throat and all that. But just really backtrack to before when you've, checked this bitch ass bozo out. Was that something that was constantly going off in your psyche, that you constantly hear people say, oh, suck my dick, eat my dick from the side, do it like corn on the cob, take a spoon, stick it up your ass? Is it? And I mean, he's full of it. He talks about men sucking another man's dick, his dick in particular, as often as he says the word the.
Who was the actually one who put your goddamn woman pussy picture all over the screen?
All right, now this is where I want to check, because this dude also likes to pride himself and say that he never lies, right? Two things: he don't start with niggas first. Come starting shit with me first. He says he doesn't lie. He just told a big lie right there. That picture that you're talking about is not my girl. It never was. So he basically, his logic is, since Rio James took a picture of some young naked girl that this man gave him, he's the one that gave it to Rio James, right? And Rio James reposted it, and they were spreading a lie saying that that's my girl. Recently, this is what I said, and I'm saying it again. Whoever has that picture, I don't care if it's Rio, I don't care if it's you, anyone y'all sent it to, anyone that saved it, the weirdos in the cut that been jerking off, whatever. Send the shit to all your friends and family. Put it on a community post. Now, I shouldn't be saying this, because I'm not the type to even promote doing such foul shit like that. To me, that's rape. That's a form of rape. Taking an unsolicited naked picture of someone and spreading it for other people to do weird shit. That's like rape, you know? So pardon me for that. But the point I'm making is, if that were my woman, there's no way on earth that I would promote and urge people to pass that bullshit around. You see, anyone with sense would say, okay, that sounds like a pretty compelling piece of evidence right there. You know, is he really gonna, want to have his girl's joint sent around like that? So basically, this guy's logic is, since Rio put that picture out, he's saying that me getting on a song with Rio, I should be like mad at him. I should be pissed off at him. What I'm saying is, if anything, the fact that I'm not mad at him about that should let you know, well, maybe that wasn't his girl. Maybe Rio James, in fact, did not do any damage or spread that woman's imagery across other places. You think? Now, even though it's not her, I was still extremely mad with you. And that's just because you knew me at least to enough of a level to know not to play with me like that. And even if, as someone that you considered, I think, your best friend at the time, right? You don't do shit like that to people that you consider your best friends. I know the fuck I don't. I wouldn't do shit like that. I don't care if I have a falling out with someone or whatever. There's just a certain level that I'm not gonna cross. I'm gonna be like, all right, it's a shame that, we can't be cool anymore for whatever. I don't care if it's my fault. I don't care if it's the other person's fault. Certain things I just won't do. That's just like a terribly low lack of character for someone to do something like that. Even though it's not her picture, still, the idea that you thought it was hers, or if you knew it wasn't and still wanted to perpetuate the lie, either way, that's just a crazy-ass violation. At the time, I didn't have any type of history with Rio James like that. But trust and believe me, if that was her picture, no way I'd be urging people to spread it around. And I would still be upset, and I would be mad at Rio James as of right now if that were really her. So that should tell you right there that maybe he has a point. Maybe that's not her. But the thing is, you know this because I've broken down this logic before. I'm sure you've watched it when I said, hey, pass the picture around for whatever you want. I'm sure you caught that. Yet you're still trying to say that that's her. So you're lying, intentionally lying.
You want to fight me because Randy SoCal put up the picture of your woman pussy when she pulled it out for Uncle Suge.
We're gonna get to that. Oh yeah, just doubling down on the lie. There's a picture. She pulled it out, Randy. So that's a retard. Because I think another thing he said one time is like, "Oh, why was you even mad at that nigga?" I didn't even learn about that slow ass nigga is the source of that picture until recently. That was new to me because I wasn't like checking your shit like that. Because I was gonna just go upside your fucking head. And the thing is, like, shit, if I can't do that and this nigga's not in a place that's snuffable, where I'm in a distance where I could just like fuck his whole shit up, why am I gonna watch his program? Because that shit is like torture. It's like I can't put my hands on you. Yeah, you could just sit down at the comfort of your home and disrespect. And please don't get it confused with, oh, it's a roast and you're part of the game and yeah, that means you got in your feelings. No, it's way different. There's a clear and distinct difference between someone that's being intently disrespectful and violating, doing some of the dirtiest shit that someone could do, and the roast. There's a clear difference from that. I've roasted with other people before and had no intention or desire to want to like fuck them up because they didn't violate. You know what I'm saying? But you on so many levels have violated. You and another, maybe one other person I want to go upside the head, and that's someone that has threatened my life. But yeah, let's talk about it. The retard that you got the picture from. This nigga gets 0.5 viewers a live stream. It's Randy SoCal, asshole. Won't say anything to me. I catch him I was with my girl in a chat room of one of the people that she fuck with. I'm not gonna say it here, that nigga stalking, but caught him in the chat room a couple times, and I actually did address him since finding out all this. I let him know, like, yo, you slow, da-da-da, da-da-da. Nigga would not say a word to me. Nigga will be in the chat room talking shit about me, talking shit about my girl and everything. Outside of that, boom, I come on the scene and I just address him with some simple shit and mum's the word. But anyway, fuck that nigga. He's a slow fucking retard. Gets 0.5 viewers a live stream. For some reason, you were the only person that was doubling his view count. You were the one person that was watching his stream when he got some picture from wherever the fuck he got it, doing whatever type of weird shit he's doing. He's a fucking weirdo. He's not only is he just slow, he's what's the word? Okay, it's kind of late. What's the word? When niggas be on some like weird shit with women. I don't know why it's failing me to know what it is, but he's one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? He's just like a straight up weirdo, a creep. There's another word I'm looking for. He's a motherfucking creep. He's been stalking my girl from her Instagram account, leaving all types of messages. Why you don't like me? Why do you be doing this, that? He's yeah. I already dedicated too much time even talking about that nigga. That nigga's slow. There's no even reason to even acknowledge a nigga like that existence. Right? But for some reason, you were the one person that acknowledged his existence because you were thirsty. You fiending to do some type of bullshit to somebody, and you in your feelings. Oh, we're not cool anymore. Let me just do whatever I could do. He chose his actual woman over me, woman that he's been with for like several months, lays down in the bed with, does this, does that with, spends all the time with her and everything. No, you should have chose me, and since you chose a woman, I'm upset. So you double this nigga's view count and you download whatever the fuck picture, or you take a screenshot of whatever bullshit picture that he found from wherever the fuck he found it. And on his word, because if it came from that nigga, that means that he's the source. He is your proof that was my shorty's picture. A slow nigga. A 0.5 viewer per live stream nigga. That's your source. And you take that, and you decided to take that shit as fact. And then, now this is that other type of seedy cowardice. Instead of leading the charge yourself, because your intention was then to take that picture and spread it across the internet, YouTube and shit like that, right? But you had to be a coward. You wasn't gonna do it yourself. You say, I'm going to give it to this other cat so this other cat could do it. Meanwhile, the other cat has done all types of foul, dirty shit to you. You see how a big point of why I'm doing this video is just to show your extreme lack of character. This other person has taken the image of your daughter's penis and feasted it upon her eyes via an Instagram DM. Your girl has seen your little awkward peepee. Not your girl. Well, that bitch probably saw it too. But your daughter, your young daughter, has seen your little dick, thanks to this other individual. And I think at this time he had already did this. I'm not sure though. But you said no. You know what? You were like, well, since I'm a coward, I know I can't put this shit out. Fuck it. I know this other nigga, he done violated me. He done sent cops to my crib, done all types of weird shit. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck it. My coward ass is gonna give this to him so that he could do whatever and spread the shit all over the place. And your logic, even at the time, your logic is I'm supposed to be more mad at him than you. How does that work? You're like the greasy nigga in the background rubbing your hands on some excellent. Meanwhile, you just as weak and frail as fucking Mr. Burns. No, the shit comes back to you. Oh, I'm supposed to, no. I'm supposed to be mad at the retard. I'm supposed to want to fuck him up. Even though, had you not taken a screenshot of whatever that was, that shit would have came and went. No one's going to take the nigga seriously or believe anything he's saying. No one was even watching it to even peep it. So it all comes down to you. It all lies. You want to talk about Styles and how Styles be right? Well, I'm going to use one of his phrases. It all falls at your feet. And I just explained why. So this nigga, I'm minding my business. Rio sends me a song. It has nothing to do with this bozo. Right? I put my verse on it. You know what I'm saying? It's me and Shorty. I'm cooking and everything. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. 10 minutes later, got the verse. Like, okay, word. Dropped it, shit fire. And you hear it. Like I said, I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't talking about anybody. It was just a dope-ass verse of many that I've done. And for some reason, that affected you where you had to speak on it. And you had to say, all of a sudden, I want a daddy. And all this weird, like, YouTube no life having type shit. I want friends. You don't even know the half of the networking in the real world that I do. You'll find little traces and things of it and little changes here and there. But as the young folks like to say, I'm outside. I'm trying to get on a particular popular TV or internet show. I'm working. I'm doing things. When it comes to friends, I've got, but that I don't even feel right saying some shit. I got a lot of friends. Who says that? Only you will take some like small, simple, everyday shit that everyone can relate to and put it forth like it's a big deal. Like buying sneakers and stupid shit like that. So back to that narcissism. Like I said, I'm not a big proponent of throwing that word around or whatever. But I know for a fact that it fits you in this situation. You want control. I don't have any affiliation with you. I'm not bothering you. I'm chilling. But I do something with someone else that you do have an issue with. And all of a sudden, you got something to say about it. That's that narcissistic shit. Terrible trait. Look at Bobby Norris. Bobby Norris is my dude. Salute to Bobby Norris. In recent times, checking your shit, I've seen him popping up and y'all chilling. I think he be donating to you and everything. You think I have anything bad to say about Bobby Norris just because he comes to your thing and does whatever? I don't give a fuck about that. That shit, other people are them. I'm not trying to control another person. It's another cat that I checked out that's in your joint that I fuck with. Good young brother. In your joint, laughing, donating too, I think. Shit like that. You think I'm going to feel some type of way? As long as niggas ain't coming at me, fuck do I care? So that's that narcissistic shit. So let's get to this next bullshit you talking about. Run it back a little bit.
You want to fight me because Randy SoCal put up the picture of your woman pussy when she pulled it out for Uncle Suge, which is some shit you don't want to talk about, bitch. Why you don't ever want to discuss her sending naked pictures to Uncle Suge? See,
I think I have discussed this, but not to a great degree, because the clear and distinct difference between you and I is I'm an actual man. You're a jealous, submissive, low-life piece of shit. And what we men, at least we confident men, we don't be digging into our women's past and who might have been their boyfriend some time ago, or who they might have been talking about or talking to some years ago. We don't give a fuck about that, because we're not intimidated. The shit doesn't move us at all. The Suge Cat, I've checked out some of his joints here and there. I see his thing, you know. I don't know the brother, but, you know, he seemed like, you know, clean cut, do his thing type of individual, whatever. Why the fuck am I, so why am I supposed to speak on what other grown folks were doing some, however super long ago it was? But for your information, I did not ask, but my girl told me the whole thing with when, you know, for a brief moment she was like talking to her and, talking to dude or whatever. Long time ago, around the time when she first came to the, you know, the little YouTube shit in general, right? She even showed me said picture. Now, obviously, it's not that bullshit that you were showing or whatever. But let's put it this way: that one picture that you're talking about, that the actual one that she actually did send him, was on his request after they've been talking for a long ass time or whatever. And the best way I could describe it, you could probably show that picture on a network channel on TV. Maybe not a kid program, but you could probably show that on regular ass television. You could probably put that picture as a thumbnail or put it in a YouTube video, and the joint won't get flagged for nudity. That's how ridiculously mild it was, at least in comparison to the bullshit that you're trying to put out. But again, even if it was the most explicit shit ever, how am I going to look? How am I going to feel as a man saying, oh, yeah, you were talking to someone like 4 or 5 years ago, you sent them a picture, I can't fuck with you now, or why'd you do that? Grown folks are grown folks. They doing whatever grown folks do. You think she's hawking me for, that's like her coming at me for something that I might have sent my shorty at the time 5 or 6 years ago. The shit doesn't make sense. It only makes sense from the perspective of someone that is extremely insecure. It makes sense from the perspective of a bum. It makes sense from the perspective of an ugly, frog-faced motherfucker whose eyes are on the side of his motherfucking face. It makes sense on a nigga that had some, like, sideshow bob weird shit, trying to change the texture of his hair, looking fucked up type shit. It makes sense to a nigga who the best girl that he could get is some gargoyle looking boy body having bitch, like the Phoenix bitch that you're already fucking with now. Respect to the real Phoenix. Hope 2040 is good, but your bitch, that bitch is busted. She is disgusting looking. She has fucking shark teeth with dirt all around them and in them. She has a huge, I'm a man though. She got a huge, bulbous ass, long forehead. To be honest, this is total truth. When I first saw a picture of her, I thought I was looking at me for a second. I was like, what? You know, my eyes ain't what they used to, but I'm looking at the little picture thing on the YouTube. I'm like, oh, okay, that's someone else. The bitch will make a decent dude, but the bitch is ugly. That bitch is busted. Totally busted. Boy body having. Then I see, I'm browsing through your shit, I see some shit where I guess she had a tattoo of LA or something on her thing. That was a vomit-inducing picture, because A, it showed your nasty-ass club finger hands, and then her hands, them shits look rugged. They look fucked up. Fuck the tattoo. I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the scaliness of the skin. That bitch got skin like a reptile. She's like a pale-ass reptile. Busted. Nasty. Disgusting. Know nothing to anything about her. And we're gonna talk more about her again, but not to go off too much on a tangent. What I was saying is, yeah, to a low tier, low down piece of shit like you and like your low tier piece of shit world that you live in, yeah, a girl that you might have, you know, talking to someone some years ago, you're gonna have an issue with that. Oh, I just had a picture, da da da. You're gonna be comparing yourself to him. So I hope I've answered your query. That's what I got to say about the Uncle Suge picture. I'm a fucking man that's confident, and I don't give a fuck about that.
When I was really putting my foot off in your ass, you did the right.
Okay. His shit got cut off. I thought there was more, but I got more to say. Some other shit I heard. He had some song spreading lies again, sending pussies for wrenches, some bullshit. I hate to even bring that up again. But yeah, my girl did not, same dude, Suge, that you talking about, my girl did not send him said picture or the fake picture for a wrench in his chat room. That's some way out there embellishment bullshit. That did not happen. But yeah, you said something. For some reason, I don't know why you're trying to paint sexual images of other men. You start going through her previous two boyfriends that she had within a span of what, 5-6 years, something like that. Because we're gonna do a comparison. We're gonna do real life is not in cyberspace. Gargoyle bitch, right? So prior to me, she had what, 2 boyfriends in maybe like 5 years ago or whatever, right? What was the main point I was trying to say about that shit? Yeah, I'm going off on other tangents. I'm a little tired right now. Pardon me. So we'll just get to that. Oh yeah, this is what I want to say. So I'm listening to this bullshit song this nigga got going on, and he's naming the different individuals that were her boyfriend just because they happen to publish YouTube videos. So now they're like known, and we're all in this club or something, according to this low life nigga. Because you ain't been out the house. See, now it makes sense. I'm like, yeah, why is this such a big deal to him? So this nigga do YouTube, that nigga do YouTube, I do YouTube. Like we're all in the same gang or something. To you, we are all in the same gang because this is your world. You don't go outside. You can't. Niggas want to take your head off. You go outside, they throwing shit at you because you the weirdo to put your dick in the mouth of other men and shit like that. And every time, so I said it in one of the new songs I did, every time someone speaks about you that's from, you know, your side of town, your history, that knows you in person, nothing good to say. Your ex-homies all got something bad to say about you. You broke, you dirty, you this and that. Anyone that's met you got bad shit to say about you. Cat Smith told the absolute truth. She said this funky shit, breath-smelling motherfucker is awkward. Socially awkward. You're a big ass kid. You look like you about 50 something, droopy ass dog face. No one has anything good to say about you in your real life. That should tell people something. Because remember, the main theme I'm trying to basically break down here is your lack of character and who and what you are as a character. Low down shame is what you are, right? So anyway, this gay ass nigga is doing a song, painting all these sexual situations, acting like he was there or something. Now, I would say, oh, maybe because he's jealous and he wanted to be, you know, with your girl. No, I think that he's painting these images because he's jealous and he wanted to be with her boyfriends at the time, right? So basically, he starts naming the 2 and the only 2 that she had a relationship with, right? And then he says, what was the name? Mr. Medical or something. There's some other weird name. I even asked her about it. She don't know what the fuck you talking about. Trying to claim that she slept with some nigga named Mr. something, Mr. M something, medicine, medical, med, something like that. Something with an M-E or some shit like that. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about, and she don't know who the fuck you're talking about. So I just wanted to clear that up. There was no Mr. Not Mr. Mitty, that's my dude. Mr. whoever the fuck. That person does not exist, right? So what was the other point I was saying? Time we chow this shit together, because that was like a little sidebar, the thing about that. I don't know, fuck it. Let's just move on. So you're spreading this lie. You've told this lie so many times. You said my girl's been with 4 different YouTubers, right? And I've put it in perspective so many times. But we're going to do a comparison with your girl. And then we could ask the people which one is worse, right? So, people, which is worse? My woman that prior to me had a relationship with 2 different men in a span of, let's say, 5 years about. I even want to say 6, but I'm trying to be as, as fair and on point as possible. So let's say about like 5 years. 2 boyfriends prior to me, right? And then me. Your girl. That gargle busted, fucked up, big ass head, no body having ass boy bitch that look like she's 85, old lady hands bitch. That old lady hands Gargamel looking gargoyle bitch, right? As I understand, when you got with her and you had, that thing that you call sex, I don't know, weird, she probably got a dick. When y'all did whatever y'all did, as I understand, she was still married to her husband. She might even still be married now. I'm just not trying to slander in case that's not true. But at the time of you having sex with her, she was still married. And I also understand she went from having sex with him, who's also a YouTuber. Let's not forget that as well. He's published enough videos to be a YouTuber. Did a whole cartoon. He put work in on YouTube doing a whole motherfucking cartoon about both of y'all dusty asses. So she was still married to this YouTuber, and then she ends up having sex with you. But as I understand, the time in between. So how long was it in between that individual, her husband, was having sex with her, and then you having sex with her? Was it within the same week? Was it 2 weeks? Was it a month? Because as I understand, be putting the little pieces together, it was in a pretty close time. Like she was with that nigga, then boom, with you. So what is worse? A woman that has had, let's even throw me in there. A woman that has had 3 boyfriends in about 6 years, if you include me in the time span, and of course had sex with these 3 boyfriends, because we're all grown folks. What's worse? A woman who has done that and the sexual engagement or whatever between them has about like a year apart for each of them, right? 3 people. What's worse, that or what makes a woman a hoe? That or a woman that went from her husband having sex with her husband and then had sex with this dirty low down piece of shit the next week or 2 weeks later or even a month. Shit, forget the time frame. How about the fact that she was still married to that dude while you're fucking with her? So it's like I always say, projection. That's like the biggest thing that a lot of these people do. They just project. Oh yeah, the video's over. Ain't really nothing else to do there. But yeah, you an ugly motherfucker. Let me talk about that ugly ass bitch again. I heard her talk. She sounds like a fucking retard. She sounds like a just ghetto country slow bitch. You fuck with a lot of slow bitches, I notice. Bottom of the barrel, low tier shit. Let's do some other comparisons. Your girl compared to mine, since you want to talk all this shit. As I understand, she had a whole bunch of pimples and bumps or herpes or something on her ass. As I understand, your excuse was that it was from bed bugs that she had from when she was with the previous man. I'll give you that. I'll say, all right, let's say it's not herpes. Let's say the ass bumps are gone. Cool, fine, it's gone. But still, what type of low-down bitch, as I understand, is going to sleep in squalor and be with them? You think my girl in a million years would have a history or ever be caught in a situation like that for her to get bed bugs? I mean, the fuck? There's no way. But hey, I've heard this woman, your woman, I've heard that dusty shithead looking bird talk. She sounds like the type of bitch that would be sleeping on cots, getting bed bugs, roaches crawling in her mouth, in her ears, ear infections, shit like that. Living a rough life. Like a new song I got coming on, I even talk about it. That bitch looked like she survived the Civil War. How old is she actually? Like, maybe let's say your age, 46, I'm guessing. Bitch look like she's 58. Look like life has been very hard to that ugly piece of shit of a bitch. Bed bugs. When you hear my girl talk, you could just tell, but just that sophistication that she has in her aura and her countenance or whatever you call it, that's real. That's not an act. You could just hear her talk for like 5 minutes and you will know that she's not the type that would be caught alive or otherwise in a situation where bed bugs could be crawling upon her ass. Shit ain't gonna happen. She sure don't get bed bugs over here. Your bitch though went from a bed bug nigga to a bed bug to an actual bed bug. You look like a fucking bug. You are ugly. Your eyes is all on some other weird shit. You love to call people ugly, but yo, you are busted, dude. Now, I'm not a judger of men, and I've talked about this before. Like how you try to talk about shorties, ex-boyfriends, and judge them and everything. Sure, when it's on some stuff like trying to compare to someone else my woman has dated, of course, I don't give a fuck what they look like. No matter what they look like, they're not me. So there's that. But when it comes to a bed bug looking, dirty, low down piece of shit, fat, gout having, bitch ass nigga like yourself that loves to talk about other men too. Other men. You all stay talking about other men, other men, other men. So at that point, yeah, I got to make an exception for you. And I got to reveal how much like a Morlock from the sewers you really do look. Aardvark faced ass, bitch ass nigga. Can't dress, sloppy, your whole style when you walk around. It's obvious that you're awkward in person. You are even awkward online. But yeah, I could imagine you in person. Extremely awkward, extremely scared, very pussy. But one good thing that I can give you that is dope, you've got the right woman. Y'all are a perfect fit. That busted bitch, perfect fit. And what was I talking about? Her being stupid, right? Check out these little 2 examples of this dumb bitch being just that. What happened? As I understand, because I did catch this. It was a brief time when her husband or ex-husband or whatever came to bust your ass. Shortly after that, and you got to publicize everything. But then, hey, I got to remember, YouTube, this is your complete world. You don't know about real world. You only know this. This is your big city. So you got on the podium at the town hall meeting and had to tell everybody that you've broken up with your gargoyle, bug face, busted, big ass head, ugly ass boy body bitch. You broke up with that nigger. And your excuse or your reasoning was you don't have to deal with her. You shouldn't have to deal with her man trying to bust your ass. You're going to run and everything. All right, yeah, you're pussy for that. Everyone heard that. But this is something else that you said that stood out. And I know your woman at least caught it, at least heard it, but maybe she didn't think of it like she should. You said, I'm not going to deal with something like that because I could get any woman I want. You shitted on that bitch hard. What's the punchline? You could get any woman you want, and so you're leaving her? That means that you are not with the woman you want. You were not with that any woman that you're talking about. I could get any woman I want as well. That's why I'm with her. So that's for you, stupid bitch. So you can like really hear what's going on, and maybe you might want to really think more of yourself. Maybe at some time you'll find the gumption to, lace your bootstraps, put your big boy pants on and move the fuck on. She's a man, duh. Second thing I heard recently, you said something talking about me and my girl. You was like, yeah, you got the pretty girlfriend, or like my mentality is supposed to be like, oh, I got the pretty girlfriend, like it's a spectacle amongst everyone else. My thing is, yes, I do have the pretty girlfriend. If she's my girlfriend, yes, she's gonna be pretty. quite pretty. Why is that like a weird thing for you? Again, that tells me you're shitting on this bitch again. That tells me that you do not find your woman to be the pretty girlfriend. You'll go as far as to even recognize mine as the pretty girlfriend, but you don't see that in yourself. You don't see that in that nigga you rocking with. So again, big head bitch. I hope you're not just hearing. I hope you're listening. When this bitch ass nigga be on this shit, I hope you're really listening and paying attention to what's going on. I got a new track that's gonna come out. Busting this nigga's ass again. Shout out to everyone that checked out the Lamar Wills is Gay 2. You could find it on this channel. I think just the video, 2 videos right before this. And I got a new joint. Maybe I'll drop it tomorrow. It's called Keys. You know, some more shitting on this nigga. And his bitch. I shit on his bitch hard in that one. Yeah, that's an ugly ass bitch, right? Leave it below. Let me know how ugly that busted, ugly, nasty boy body built bitch is. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming tomorrow. What else? Got a lot of things in the outside world I'm dealing with, but I'm actually trying to get back in the YouTube sway of things. So, you know, subscribe to the Tone Space channel. I may blow up another channel I have. I don't know. I'm pretty much just freestyling as far as the YouTube shit. As far as other stuff, you know, a lot of different things going on, but who gives a fuck about that? You're watching me on this shit, right? So, you know, just you know, keep an eye on me or an eye out for me. I'll probably pop up with something fly, you know, get a nice little rhythm going. But yeah, you are an ugly motherfucker with an ugly bitch. You look like a mutant. You look like a product of incest. I would not be incest. I would not be surprised if you are not a product of 2 brothers. or some weird next level shit. You are an ugly, busted motherfucker. I'm not judging men, none of that. But you are an exception to the rule. You are that goonish. You are a ghoul, goblin. You're not, you always were, just your genetic makeup. You don't even take care of yourself properly. So it's like you already started with not really much, being an ugly motherfucker. But then you have to like not do anything with it, be on some overly flabby shit and some club fingers and sucking down Newports and guttural issues where your breath be stinking like a motherfucker, a billion miles of feces and shit like that. You all fucked up in the game. Like you say to everyone else, get off my dick. Because I wasn't talking about you, I wasn't thinking about you. I mean, I know what it is. You heard me on the song, you heard the verse. You were like, damn, that's one of them joints where he be blacking out. That's like how he used to do with us on some Black Sucker Mafia shit. Man, I miss when he was doing that. That shit was fire. You know what? Fuck it. I'm upset about that. He wasn't talking about me or anything. He was minding his own motherfucking business. But, man, that shit was fire. I'm not feeling that. Go fuck yourself.